Straight ahead, a balloon accident at the Thanksgiving parade injures 4 people, 1 critically. Deadly gunfire shatters the Thanksgiving Day football game. Tonight, the hunt for clues and the killer. And from behind palace doors, Saddam turns defiant again. The news is next.
Here comes Christmas. Here we go. The time is near. I can't move slow. Gonna get out early, get things done. Can't sit around. I've got to run. Sears brings the season, the gifts of joy and hope and cheer. I find it all right here. Come see the merry side of Sears.
Critics call it a startling blast of thrills. Rolling Stone calls it a visual marvel. And People magazine says Alien Resurrection rocks.
Was it everything you hoped for?
Must be a chick thing.
Rated R, now playing.
NBC's presentation of Jurassic Park has been brought to you by Sears. From everyone in the Sears family to everyone in your family, best wishes for a happy holiday.
Hey, thanks, T-Rex. I'm Johnny Chimes, and NBC is kicking off the holiday season with a weekend of funny flicks. Maestro, merry music, please. Friday night, Richie Rich, a pint-sized millionaire. He's so darn cute, and he's got the loot. Macaulay Culkin and Claudia Schiffer.
Yes!
And on Saturday night, watch the Brady Bunch movie. Saturday will be groovy. Peter, Bobby, Greg, Marcia, Cindy, Jan. Alice gets her meat from Sam. Oh, Marcia's nose, oh, Marcia's nose, oh, Marcia's nose, oh, Marcia's nose. Look at those clothes, there's Davy Jones. Let's do-si-do, Jan's in a fro. The Bradys get funky, that Greg is super hunky. Hey, look, it's the monkeys. Brady Saturday on NBC. And on Sunday night,
We're gonna have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny Kaye.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, NBC this Sunday night. Chevy Chase is decorating and stapling his arm to the Christmas lights. Don we now our leopard Speedo. Look out for that trapdoor in your face. Clark will ride a snow torpedo. A SWAT team will invade his place. Hey!
Can I show you something?
Clark is tempted by a girl in red, and he has a cousin with a plate in his head. So rev up your chainsaw and beat up Santa Claus and blow up your in-laws. Boom! Climb up a ladder and slam into a tree. Slide off the roof while a squirrel attacks your family. So tune in this Sunday and you will see 5 electrical fires, 4 broken windows, 3 wooden planks. Too much fun. Sunday National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. The fun will start tomorrow night right here on NBC. Watch Richie Rich, the Brady Bunch, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. A weekend stuffed with movies, family fun for everyone.
All right, you devoured the feast. Now stay awake for an all-new Tonight Show with Jay's guest, Wings of a Dove star Helena Bonham Carter. Your local news is next.
You're watching NBC4, the Tri-State News Channel. And now, Chuck Scarborough, Sue Simmons, Janice Huff, and Len Berman. This is News Channel 4 at 11.
The gift of family on this Thanksgiving. Children separated from one another, abandoned, orphaned, find a place to call home after a remarkable journey.
But first, frightening moments at a time of celebration for spectators at the Thanksgiving Day parade. Good evening, everyone. Chuck and Sue are off.
A wicked wind blew in big trouble at Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, and tonight 4 people are recovering from injuries. Darby Mullaney tells us what happened.
What was supposed to be a festive event turned into a shocking nightmare for spectators along the parade route. 1, 2, 3. Emergency workers rushed 3 women and 1 man to hospitals after the bizarre accident. Strong winds blew the Cat in the Hat balloon into a lamppost at 72nd Street and Central Park West, knocking off an iron light section which fell onto the crowd below.
Hit right into the light post 4.5 foot, the light post fell right down. Dr. Seuss balloon went out of control.
The arm landed about 10 feet in back of us on top of all the people. You just heard a lot of people yelling and screaming and, a lot of commotion at that point in time.
Ambulances rushed Janet Keating and Jay Aykroyd of Manhattan to the hospital, where they were treated for bruises and released. 2 others were taken to St. Luke's. 44-year-old Maria Clossie of Pearl River and Kathy Carana both suffered serious head injuries. For dozens of others, it was a frighteningly close call.
First thing I did was cover my head and try to move out of the way, but it hit me on my foot, just a little piece of it.
Throughout the parade, winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour wreaked havoc. At least 3 balloons had to be pulled because the wind damaged them. Parade officials ordered volunteers to keep the remaining balloons, including Spider-Man, as low to the ground as possible to avoid any more repeats of the terror that made this Thanksgiving Day parade one that hundreds of people will never forget. Of the 4 who were injured, 32-year-old Kathy Carana of Manhattan was the most seriously hurt. She remains in the intensive care unit at St. Luke's, listed in critical condition. On the west side, Darby Mullaney, News Channel 4.
Well, the family of another victim, Maria Clossie, said they expected her to be discharged from the hospital tonight. Apart from that trouble, the parade was considered a success. A bit later, we'll bring you the sights and sounds witnessed by the hundreds of thousands who lined the route.
Today's high winds also knocked down power lines and trees, causing power outages throughout our area. Thanksgiving dinner had to be put on hold for thousands of households that depend on electricity to cook. At this hour, utilities in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut say power has been restored to almost all customers. And high winds are being blamed for a tragic death in Upper Freehold Township this morning. Police say it happened during a fox hunt. A woman riding horseback was hit in the head by a tree branch that snapped in the wind. They identified the victim as 31-year-old Hillary Siegel of Massachusetts. She was rushed to Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital in Hamilton, but was pronounced dead shortly after arrival.
A friendly football game today turned into a bloody assault in the Bronx. Tonight, 2 men are dead. 3 men are recovering from a shooting police say could be gang-related. Sheila Steinbeck has the latest.
It was a many shot, about 10, 20. It was many more.
Lillian Colon was one of the residents who heard the gunfire during the late afternoon. Several young men were playing football when 1 or 2 men approached the game and opened fire.
The officers came, and one of the guys that got shot on this side over here said to the officer, my brother has been shot. And apparently he was giving his own brother CPR.
Those brothers may have been twins. The brother who was shot was fleeing the scene of the football game, according to eyewitnesses, falling about 300 feet away.
It might have been some type of a dispute. We don't have anything further at this time. We're still doing interviews and canvassing the development.
Police have not ruled out the possibility that this could be drug-related or gang-related, but they haven't discussed why they have those beliefs.
They do say that some of the victims are known to be involved in either drug or gang activity.
All I know is there's supposed to be a season to be getting together and friendly and stuff, and they shooting bullets, and I don't understand it.
Police continue to look for clues of who shot the 5 young men, all under age 26. Sheila Steinbeck, News Channel 4.
The 3 men wounded in the shooting are all listed in serious condition tonight.
Authorities want to know whether a body found floating in a New Jersey lake is that of a missing Manhattan woman. The headless and handless torso was discovered in Columbia Lake in Knowlton Township in Warren County. Police say since the identifying parts of the body were removed, they have few clues. Camden Sylvia and her live-in boyfriend Michael Sullivan have been missing since November 7th. Neighbors say they were involved in a rent dispute with their landlord, Robert Rodriguez. He's now resurfaced after being missing for almost 2 weeks. Through his attorney, Rodriguez says he has no plans to talk with police about the disappearance of his tenants.
Well, it seems Saddam Hussein's invitation yesterday to inspect his palaces was nothing more than an empty gesture. Now, he says, UN weapons inspectors will still be denied access. The palace invitation extends only to diplomats and scientists, as it turns out. Iraq says if inspectors try to enter looking for weapons of mass destruction, they'll be stopped at the gates and kicked out of the country. Here's Iraq's foreign minister.
We are from the very beginning refusing the intrusive, ill-motivated work of the Special Commission pushed by the United States of America.
In another show of force, the Iraqi government today paraded special commando units throughout the streets of Baghdad. President Clinton's response to all this, Iraq must provide unconditional access to UN weapons inspectors. In Israel, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has handed an olive branch of sorts to Palestinian leaders. In an effort to restart the stalled peace talks, he's proposed turning over more land to the Palestinians while giving them a chance at, quote, maximal self-government. The Prime Minister says he remains optimistic about the peace process.
Viewed objectively, this could give us all a path to move forward, a path of hope and a path for peace. And I hope this opportunity is not lost. I hope it's taken up in good spirit by the Palestinians.
Well, now right-wing Israelis are furious with Netanyahu. Posters depicting the Israeli leader wearing an Arab headdress with the caption, "The Liar," were spotted in Jerusalem. A new report from the UN tonight says Cuban Americans are helping prop up the troubled economy of the communist nation by sending millions of dollars to their island homeland. The upcoming report estimates that in 1996, individual exiles and private organizations sent Cubans more than $1 billion, channeling nearly as much money into the Cuban economy as tourism or sugar exports.
The Board of Education and the city are moving closer to a compromise on ways to improve school security. Mayor Giuliani has repeatedly called for the police department to run the school safety division. The Board of Ed says they're willing to be flexible, perhaps allowing police involvement only in troubled city schools. Discussions are also focusing on how school safety officers can be better trained.
Could be bad news for retailers on the eve of the official start of the holiday shopping season. A new survey out that says shoppers will be spending less this year. That national survey, conducted by researchers at Syracuse University, says the average shopper will spend about $770 on gifts. That's down about $114 from last year. People say they will also be putting less on their credit cards.
And coming up, more reasons to be thankful in the McCoy home, a holiday update on the septuplets. And a Thanksgiving Day protest by Native Americans in Plymouth turns nasty. We're back in 60 seconds.
Well, the parents of the Iowa septuplets are counting their blessings this Thanksgiving. Their week-old babies are getting stronger every day. 6 of the 7 babies are now breathing on their own. Only Nathan is still on the ventilator. Doctors now say the chances of all 7 surviving stands at 98%. Parents Bobby and Kennedy spent the day at the hospital with their brood. However, it'll be January before the children are allowed home. The Dion Quints won't be getting money from the Canadian government. The 3 surviving Quints sued for part of $500 million they made for the government. They were the first known surviving quintuplets back in 1934. They all became famous after becoming wards of the state. They were put on display in a theme park atmosphere and viewed by millions of tourists. But a judge said there will be no compensation, that a trust fund established back then should have been enough to support them.
There was trouble in Plymouth, Massachusetts today, where a protest by Native Americans turned violent. The melee began when demonstrators tried to march down a historic street. 20 people were arrested. Native Americans in New England have protested on Thanksgiving for 28 years, calling it a national day of mourning. President Clinton and the First Family are spending this Thanksgiving at Camp David. Earlier, Mr. Clinton played golf with his brothers-in-law. Later, a traditional dinner with the entire family, including Chelsea, who's home on a holiday break from college. And in Bosnia, 8,000 American peacekeeping troops were treated to a holiday feast. NATO ordered up about 8,000 pounds of turkey, 3,000 pounds of ham, 2,000 gallons of gravy, and about 2,500 pumpkin pies. The troops are scheduled to finish their mission in June.
Well, Thanksgiving just wouldn't be Thanksgiving in New York without the Macy's Day Parade. Though high winds made for some trouble early on, as we told you earlier, the spectacle thrilled thousands along the parade route and millions more on television. Carol Ann Riddell was there.
The 71st annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade made its way through the concrete canyons this morning, battling strong winds, but delighting the crowds nonetheless.
What balloon is your favorite here?
Pink Panther.
Why?
Because because he has a tube on in his underwear.
The 2.5-mile parade route kicked off on the Upper West Side and ended in Herald Square. Throughout the day, balloon handlers struggled with gusting winds.
It's really heavy. It gives you a workout, you know what I mean?
You enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot.
All right.
I like the Alta balloon and the Big Bird balloon because they almost fell on us.
The parade included more than a dozen giant helium balloons. Add to that floats, marching bands, clowns, and you've got the makings of a magical morning despite the chill in the air.
Have you ever seen anything as big as these balloons?
No.
They're huge, aren't they?
Yes.
How big are they?
Giant.
This is awesome. What a feeling.
My son played trumpet in the band. Here's his picture.
His name is Lance Barnett.
Lance Barnett.
So you came from Indiana to the parade?
Elkhart, Indiana. Been here since 6 o'clock to get a good spot.
Are you enjoying it?
Having a blast.
With the Macy's parade now over, the holiday season has officially begun. And believe it or not, work on next year's parade starts almost immediately. On the parade route, Carol Ann Riddell, News Channel 4.
Well, some of the key contributions in the parade were made by 4,000 Macy's volunteers. They helped make it all happen as dancers, clowns, balloon handlers, and escorts. Coming up next, is the weather going to be good enough to get outside and work off that Thanksgiving feast? Joe Whitty has the answer.
Plus, pictures of an incredible emergency landing and a special holiday in Connecticut. A family opens their home to 5 children, but how they got there is quite remarkable.
And a bit later, stuck in the jaws of a jaguar. The kid and the statue. The story coming up.
This week, the Queen of Nice, Rosie O'Donnell, hosts SNL with guest Penny Marshall.
Queen of Nice, my
Oh, with musical guest Whitney Houston.
to drumming for Jesus Christ, not for Judas Priest.
Experience The Tonight Show online at NBC.com. Search by topic for jokes from Jay's monologue.
They took the brain of a pig, put it in a man, no change. That's exactly
See the set the way Jay does with Studio 360. Get headlines on demand.
Panty liners with built-in flash.
Play the ultimate mind game Beyond Pong and catch your favorite characters and comedy bits.
It looks like a lamp.
Well, it will light you up.
The Tonight Show online at NBC.com.
Make sure the sports fan on your gift list enjoys the holidays in championship style with Sports Illustrated's amazing holiday gift pack. The thrilling new video, The Chicago Bulls, Give Me 5. Plus this great Bulls commemorative basketball, both free with your paid gift subscription to Sports Illustrated. Your gift video gives him the best of all 5 of the Bulls NBA championships. Plus, the limited edition Bulls basketball is a 5-time winner that can't miss. Both great Bulls collectibles are free with your order of 54 issues of SI for only $1.48 an issue. Save over 57% off the cover price. Use your credit card to also get this special bonus, the Bulls 5-time champion sports watch. Call now and give the ultimate Bulls collector's pack, the championship video, basketball, and sports watch all free. Make sure they get the best. Give Sports Illustrated. It's what they want.
A cargo plane made a spectacular emergency landing in Belgium after its nose wheel failed to go down. It happened late last night. The cargo plane coming from England was forced to make an emergency landing after its undercarriage failed. The pilot pulled off a textbook crash landing and a shower of sparks as emergency vehicles stood by. Crew members walked out of the plane, all of them without a scratch.
For the 15th year, Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen opened its doors and its heart for Thanksgiving Day dinner. Volunteers worked elbow to elbow as they dished out the traditional meals. Nearly 1,200 were expected today. Since 1982, the program has served more than 3.25 million meals. Their only requirement is need and hunger.
A Connecticut couple always wanted a big family. This Thanksgiving, they got their wish, and 5 children abandoned in their homeland have a new home in America. Michael Hill has the story you'll see only on News Channel 4.
Lord, we gather here today to give you thanks.
The Kuzliks have a lot to be thankful for this year. 5 Hungarian children have a new home and new parents. It happened after Ron and Linda Kuzlik had been told it would take a long time to adopt American children. They looked to the East Block, saw 2 young girls, but then their attorney showed them a picture of the girl's brother.
I commented on how handsome he was, and my attorney said, well, he's the brother of the 2 that you want. And I said, there's 3, and she said, no, there's 5. And I said, well, what's going to happen to the others? And she said, well, nobody in their right mind is going to take 5 children, so we've already arranged to have them, split up, and we're trying to find homes for all of them. I was quite crushed.
The Kuzliks say the 5 children have been abandoned, separated, and put in different orphanages.
I said to my husband, can't we possibly take them? And he said, Linda, he said, there's no way.
No Way found a way through Linda's big heart at first.
I said, we're taking all 5. My husband's mouth dropped.
But then Ron came around.
Whatever it takes to keep these kids together. It's the right thing to do, not to split them up. They've been through so much in their short lives, and to split them up would be just totally unconscionable.
Last Thanksgiving, instead of feasting, Ron and Linda went to the orphanage in Hungary to meet and bond with the 5 children. Linda then wanted to take home all 52 children in the orphanage.
You're all very, very special to us.
In May, the Kuzlicks brought home their 5 children. The Kuzlicks live in this 3-bedroom house here in Stamford, but soon the Exchange Club here will help them expand. So what apparently is a very loving home will become a more comfortable home. The Kuzlicks say they make it by determination, faith, and the generosity of relatives, neighbors, and complete strangers who leave food and clothes on the doorstep. In Stamford, Michael Hill, News Channel 4.
And the Kuzlicks say today if they had to do it all over again, they wouldn't hesitate to adopt the 5 children.
Beautiful story. Well, tonight, climatologists predict 1997 will go down as the hottest year on record. Britain's Hadley Center for Climate Prediction and Research says temperatures this year got a boost from the warm ocean current known as El Nino. Experts predict global temperatures will rise by 4.5 degrees over the next century. They warn of coastal flooding that would affect 200 million people worldwide by 2080 if nothing is done. Janice Huff's off today. Joe Woody is filling in
On
with,
that note.
a little gloom and doom there.
Yes, we had to worry about a few temperatures one way or the other, right? Around the region.
The long range.
Yeah, for the long
century.
range. Well, let's take a look. In fact, what is this global warming about? I've got a graph for you showing the temperature for the globe over the past 100 years, going back to 1890 all the way up to 1997. The global temperature has warmed up almost 1 full degree. Is it a natural variation, or is it indeed man's altering the atmosphere and global warming? We'll have to track this much closer in years to come. Meanwhile, let's take a look at what's going on right now outside. We've got some clouds overhead. It's 40 degrees at the present time. How about that wind? Has it let up? Yes, there's some welcome news here. The wind has finally quieted down. Only 5 miles an hour. We had a peak wind in Central Park of 43 miles an hour about 10 o'clock this morning. You know why they had problems with those umbrellas, or with those balloons, rather. Barometer now 30.16 and holding steady. High today was 49 degrees. We've not gotten up to the record. The record was much warmer than that. It was way up into the 70s, and we've been as cold as 12 degrees way back in 1932. What about the rest of the country? What's going on? Basically, we find ourselves with clouds off to the west, moving this way. The winds peaked at 52 miles an hour at LaGuardia, with clouds moving overhead, the high pressure moving in. The winds have quieted down considerably, but you can see those clouds coming out of the midsection of the country, sliding over the tri-state area. Underneath those clouds, rain, some of it heavy, back down through Texas area. All this sliding this way ever so slowly. We'll see milder air moving this way. With that, a chance of showers way up in the Boston area, 42 degrees by the afternoon, and down to the south. Dallas, raining for travels, and Miami, nice and warm and sunny at 82 degrees. Forecast then goes like this. We'll find ourselves tonight with increasing clouds, cooler temperatures, definitely frost in the suburbs. And tonight, we'll find increasing clouds, bringing us a chance of cloudy skies tomorrow for sure. 9 p.m. temperature close to 40 degrees. And then tomorrow afternoon, a chance of a few scattered showers. We're going to dry things out a little more than what we were thinking about earlier. A quick look at the 5-day forecast for the weekend says basically sunny at 52 on Saturday. Sunday, dry but cloudy. Next chance of showers not really until Monday. So, yes, you have a chance to jog twice around the reservoir to work off all that turkey. Jim, we'll see you on the reservoir. Michelle, you too.
Thanks. Don't hold your breath, Jim. All right, thank you very much. Is you watching football today? Come on, it's the law, Michelle. It's Thanksgiving Day. That means football on television. And Giants fans didn't even play, but they have a reason to be thankful.
And the patriarch of the Jets family makes a rare public appearance. Glenn Walker has sports coming up.
Remember,
you had energy,
shape,
control.
You tried exercise.
Boring. High impact.
You tried diets.
Failure.
You need a new shape.
Time for something new.
Try the new shape in fitness.
Ellipse.
Ellipse.
A revolution in total body conditioning.
Ellipse.
Ellipse.
Ellipse. Ellipse. New from NordicTrack.
Look better.
Fun.
Feel great.
Easy.
non-jolly, whisper quiet. Total body aerobic exercise. More energy.
Get fit.
Burn calories. Shape. Free video and brochure. Call now.
Call now. Better for your body.
Only Nordic Track has it.
Ellipse.
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 Elliptical motion.
Match your body's natural motion.
Virtually no impact.
Fun.
Easy.
Smooth.
Whisper quiet. Call Nordic Track. Free video and brochure. See results.
Feel great.
Shape.
Your body.
Tone.
Your muscles.
Shape changes everything.
Ellipse.
Ellipse.
Total body aerobic exercise.
Exerciser. The new shape in fitness that's better for your body.
Nordic Track Ellipse.
Ellipse.
Call now.
Call now. Get the new Nordic Track Ellipse for as low as $29 a month. Try Ellipse at home for 30 days. If you're not completely satisfied, return it for a refund. Call now. Discover the new shape in fitness.
Ellipse.
Dateline NBC. Award-winning journalism. Unforgettable stories. Now, 4 nights a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Dateline NBC.
Now with Chrysler Cirrus LXI, get this leather-trimmed interior at no extra charge, along with $1,500 cash back or low 1.9 financing. Only at your Northeast Chrysler dealer.
He came to get autographs from NFL players. Instead, he got in a whole lot of trouble. In Jacksonville, Florida, curiosity didn't get the cat. It got 9-year-old Andy Wilkinson. Seems Andy put his head in the mouth of the Jaguar statue. Why, we don't know. What we do know, Andy's head got stuck. Rescue teams had to be called in. A steady hand and a file did the trick, and Andy was freed. A little shaken up, but no worse for the wear. He got the Jaguar's tooth as a souvenir, as well as a lesson in life. Never stick your head where it doesn't belong.
It's good advice for all of us, isn't it? I know why he stuck his head in there, because it was there.
It was there.
You had to do it.
Good answer, Jim.
Glenn Berman is off today. Glenn Walker is filling in. Felt like I was watching the death of a dynasty today in that Cowboys game.
It's the Cowboys. There's not a lot of sympathy around here.
Not for me.
For those guys. All right. Well, both the Jets and the Giants, they give thanks today for being in first place, but the Giants are even more grateful to the Tennessee Oilers. Remember the team that embarrassed Big Blue back on November 9th? Well, today they helped the Giants by embarrassing the Cowboys. Bad omen. Before the opening whistle, Cowboys quarterback Troy Aikman came down with back spasms. He played but suffered through a subpar performance. On the Cowboys' first possession, Aikman picked off by Marcus Robertson. Aikman would be picked off twice in the first quarter, and the Oilers took advantage, jumping out to a 14-0 lead. Now, late in the second, Robertson was in the right place at the right time again, picking up this Eric Bjornsson fumble. He returns at 42 yards for the touchdown, Tennessee taking a 24-7 lead. To the third quarter, the Cowboys reduced the deficit to 24-14. Aikman connecting with Michael Irvin on this pretty 37-yard hookup. But in the fourth, Sherman Williams would fumble as he was about to bring the Cowboys within 6 points. The Cowboys' fifth turnover. The Oilers might have left Houston, but today they were the best team in Texas, dealing a serious blow to the Cowboys' postseason hopes.
I would think that realistically it's a real long shot right now for this football team. I mean, I think you all know that. I don't need to stand here and tell you that. You know, we're going to do what we can to win the next three.
Now in the early game, heavily favored Detroit hosting Chicago, and this one was the Barry Sanders show. In the second quarter, Detroit down 10. Lions call the draw play. Check it out. The guy is unbelievable. That's a 40-yard touchdown run, 20-17. Bears still led it at the half. Third quarter, Lions up by 7. Sanders again, 25 yards, opening up a 14-point lead for the Lions. And he didn't stop there. We pick it up now in the fourth. This time another handoff, and this time a 15-yard scoring run. Open the record books. He ties Marcus Allen's NFL record, 11 straight 100-yard games, and he passes Eric Dickerson for second place in NFL history on the rushing list. Lions win at 55-20. Sanders finished 167 yards. And, of course, he got first dibs on that Thanksgiving turkey.
We played well, and I'm just glad I'm still able to come out and play at a high level.
Now to some baseball news. Pat Kelly, released by the Yankees, has signed a minor league deal with the Toronto Blue Jays. The second baseman's finest moment of his 7 years in pinstripes happened at Toronto Sky Dome on the final Friday night of the '95 season. Kelly's top of the ninth homer sent the Yankees on their way to the playoffs as the American League's wild card team. Unfortunately, shoulder problems plagued Kelly the past 2 seasons, but now he gets a new start with the Blue Jays. College basketball, St. John's and Hofstra are spending their holiday playing hoops in the Puerto Rican shootout. The Red Storm versus American U. Here's how the first half ended. Colin Charles, the inbounds of Felipe Lopez. Lopez, a team high 23. St. John's up 4 at the intermission. Here's what you're looking at there. In the second half, Fran Fraschil's squad was pulling away. Freshman Ronald Artest chipped in with 22. The Red Storm rolled 93-81. They advanced to Friday's semifinal. Later, it was the Flying Dutchman taking on 19th-ranked Louisville, and Hofstra proved to be pesky. Dwayne Posey on the follow. Louisville would only lead by 3 entering the fourth quarter. But Hofstra would be plagued by just too many turnovers tonight. Nate Johnson will convert this steal into a layup, but it wasn't easy. Louisville was able to prevail by just 9 points. Jets guard William Roberts will miss the rest of the season with a sprained knee, and Bill Parcells may now be in charge of every aspect when it comes to running the New York Jets. But on Thanksgiving Day, even tuna takes a backseat to Leon Hess, a thankful owner whose team is 8-4 and no longer a turkey.
We're fortunate to have him. He's been able to put life and discipline into the team, and we're just thrilled with it. I have experiences of walking along the street and a cop or the fire truck and a couple men and come over and say, Mr. Hess, thanks for bringing Coach Parcells in. It's a thrill.
I didn't realize Leon ever had to walk down the street. I thought he probably rode in a limo all the time.
Occasionally, he still visits the street.
Nice to see the patriarch a happy man.
Absolutely. He deserves to win it a long time. Thank you, Glenn. Still ahead, everyone. A final word. We'll be right back.
I love this town. New Yorkers are the best.
Hey, Mr.
Hi, how are you? Being mayor was awesome. And now I've got a new job in New York with something I've always wanted. All rise. My own theme song. Hit it, boys.
New York Cases, New York Stories. It's the all-new People's Court with the Honorable Ed Koch. Weekdays at 3, only on NBC4.
I'll see you in court.
Pimples, blemishes, sores, blackheads, zits, whatever you call them, you want to get rid of them now. Introducing Igea Clear. It gets rid of those ugly pimples in seconds. That's right, in seconds, without needles. Simply touch the tip of Igea Clear to your pimple and it disappears right before your eyes.
I can't believe it. This horrible picture was taken just 2 days ago. And look how great my face looks now. Igea Clear has saved my life.
Squeezing those pimples leaves your skin red and irritated, and those messy acne creams seem to take forever. But Igea Clear sends a pulse of negative ions directly into the pimple, destroying the bacteria, stimulating the pores, and clearing up your skin. It's the most effective blemish remover ever.
Igea Clear gets right to the root of acne. It safely and painlessly eliminates the bacteria that cause skin blemishes and enables quick, natural healing.
Danielle's face was full of blemishes, but now it looks great. Igea Clear cleared it up in no time. It made a world of difference for Justin, and Igea Clear is the only thing that worked for Lisa. This technology has been used for years in European beauty salons, and now Igea Clear brings it into the privacy of your own home to give you the clean, vibrant skin you've always wanted. Order now and get this Igea Clear clarifying lotion and this deep moisturizing lotion, a special 2-step skincare system free, plus this guarantee. If Igea Clear doesn't get rid of your blemishes immediately, return it for a complete refund. Order your Igea Clear now.
Call 1-800-664-0044. Order your Igea Clear for only 4 easy payments of $29.95. If you're not completely satisfied with Igea Clear, keep the 2-step skincare system, a $40 value, as our gift. Call 1-800-664-0044. That's 1-800-664-0044.
Dateline NBC, award-winning journalism. Unforgettable stories.
The sheer power.
Now, 4 nights a week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Paulie, Phillips, Dateline NBC.
So Tomorrow morning on Today in New York, the day after Thanksgiving, and that means, of course, the official start of the holiday shopping season.
Dolls are a hot Christmas gift, and we're going to show you some of the finest dolls around. They're made right in Harlem. Also, tomorrow morning, Jeffrey Lyons will tell us which new movies would be perfect to top off your holiday weekend.
So, start your Friday with Today in New York beginning at 5:30 a.m. That's it for News Channel 4 at 11, everyone. The Tonight Show with Jay Leno is next.
Good night and happy Thanksgiving.